So obviously a stagnant market since after Monday. Monday's half day. And then we get this drop off today through the Monday lows. It was a good trade, Kyle. It was a great setup down and through here. Looks like we're trying to retest this area right in here. Let me back out and figure out what this red line is. Yeah, it's going to be a mean threshold on a higher time frame. Probably had to go to the ES to figure that out. Yeah. Daily consequent encroachment, maybe? No. Weekly? Maybe a weekly consequent encroachment. I'm going to take it off because I'm not 100% on what it is. No, there it is. Mean threshold monthly. Yes. I have no idea when I did that. Were we live when I did that? No idea. But mean threshold on a monthly, it's probably going to be a pretty good spot for price to come into. But let's see. Morning, Kyle. Morning, Fred. Just telling Jenny, I apologize for not going ahead and going live. I've been up and around. I wasn't running a little bit slower this morning, but I guess today I thought was like a Monday or something. So I had no plans on going live this morning when I woke up until I saw Jenny's post. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. It is Wednesday. So monthly mean threshold right here. This is going to be a pretty good spot at the around the 4460, 44, yeah, 4460. Let's see what we do there. Structure here. I'm going to go ahead and mark this one out too. And then I'll go in and probably see what all these are. Let's drop back to the weekly. Clear up some of that, and then kind of like this candle right here. Might put a line on the top of it, a solid line. Just kind of, that's going to be like the top of this swing down right here. So it's going to be kind of like the top of an order block. We went to a 2-day. Get a 3. There you go. The structure line runs right through the middle of that. So I don't have to really mess with it. So, yeah. I think I'm going to, let me look at the 4-hour and figure out what this, I'm going to leave that. I like the little swing high here for that dotted line, so I'm gonna stretch that out. And I really think that I have my structure to the downside just in case we're coming down, continue down. FOMC meeting minutes tonight. My bad, Fred. I know I need like a little key up in the top right or something. Like dotted lines are for structure. Buy side, sell side are shown. And then yeah, I went with the teal green and white. I think that's what I'm going to keep it as. I got a little tired of the normal red and green candles on the black backdrop. Although the other night when I pulled this up on my tablet in the bed and the lights were out, this like it blinded me for a whole minute. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. But yeah, teal, these seafoam green, these candles are the down candles and the white candles are the up candles. It kind of matches a little bit closer to my MT4, MT5. Yeah, I don't blame you, Jenny. It did. It kind of shocked me when it popped in. It popped up. I forgot that I had changed it, so it was pretty bright. But I went. That's the reason I went with like it's a gradient background. So just in case, you can change your background to gradient. Let's go canvas. There you go. And this gives you like this two tone, so it's brighter up here, darker down here. Nice. Yeah. I also took my watermark off because I've never not had a watermark back there, and I wanted to see if I really needed it. And I felt like I didn't. Pretty good sell off overnight though this morning. Dollar trying to strengthen a little bit, but kind of popped down. Let's look at it on a higher time frame. Let's take these lines off. There. Inside that monthly range, looks like we're coming up here to the Monday high for sure, if not back to the yearly. Do have some liquidity down in here. Get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of this for right now. Hit right here on the dollar. Here and even down in here. Yeah, which could indicate some downside. I am not 100% convinced of that just yet. I mean, we got Powell, non-farm, unemployment all this week, so all of this that we're writing and putting on our charts doesn't have to do anything. I just read that. Once you go black, you can't go back. You're right. I change them up. I change up my charts about once every 3 or 4 months. Sometimes a little bit sooner. I do like this structure. This is where we're holding Just noticed that right there. Make this little dotted line. Apologize. A little something. I don't know if y'all hear that rattling. My air cut on. I got something in the vent right there. Little structure right here. Obviously, we've hit on it a couple of times. So let's see if we can break through that. If we do, then we got some more downside in the market, more than likely. The fact that we rejected it and then have immediately popped back up. Right there. See what we do the rest of this morning right here. This hourly is about to close. 15-minute chart. I think we push through the highs, come back up here to the Monday high. Got a little bit up in here we can grab. I'm going to make that buy side. Don't know how far we come up here, though. I'm not 100% on what Powell's going to talk about as far as the interest rate and stuff goes. I think that's next week is the news on the interest rate. CPI. CPI. No, there's no interest rate next week. News is all messed up because of the holiday. They got JOLTS and non-farm on the same day. I don't know if I've ever seen that. So let's go to the following week. Are we not getting an interest rate this month? Yeah. End of the month, July 26th, Wednesday. That's when we're doing the FOMC and statement and everything. So he's probably going to, I wonder if he's going to talk about that today. I don't know. See what he's speaking at. See. 3 weeks after the funds rate is announced, more hawkish. Blah, blah, blah. FOMC most recent meeting. Yeah. I'm going to assume, I'm not going to assume anything. I think, I know they put a pause on the rates the last time. I don't know what they're going to do this month. Are they going to keep it paused? Or are they going to raise it a quarter? Yeah. Yeah, but I think y'all's comes after us, right? Well, yours just came out, yeah, last night. I wonder if that was I don't know if y'all are ahead of us or if y'all are behind us when it comes to that statement. I mean, I know obviously it came out before us this month, but is that like after out? You know what I mean? Like, I wonder because I know it's paused, but that doesn't mean they're not going to keep going. So really, a lot of what is coming out this afternoon might determine where the rest of this ends up going. We're kind of in the middle of this range right here. So oh really? Expected or wanted them on the news. It shows that they were, but I guess in the meeting, that's when they'll in the meeting minutes. That's when they say it. Yeah, and Kyle, I agree. I think inflation is stabilizing. I don't know if it's I don't think it's like slowing down or anything like that. As far as I think it's stabilizing. So I guess yeah, slowing down. Um, mm. And it wouldn't surprise me if the rates do continue, if not this month, back in August, because there's a lot of moving that's going on between uh, being in construction my whole life. Like business is always pretty good, during springtime and um, late fall. So, and a lot of those is because people are moving during the summertime to new places, so the kids can get in the schools at the right time. And then in late fall, people are moving over Christmas break to get into schools after half a year. So usually there's a big slowdown just after the first of the year in new home construction, after the first of the year and the end of summer. So with that slowdown, I wonder if the Fed has that in mind to raise the interest rates there, knowing there's already going to be a slight slowdown in building during those months, anyways. Something I guess keep in mind if that were to happen. So maybe another pause on those rates in that, and if that's the case, this is going to come back down. This is going to be bearish. We'll take out a lot of this, but I think that's what we'll just kind of keep an eye on this afternoon at 2 o'clock. During the day, I think we're bullish right now, though. I think all of this is a nice little dip into liquidity to run it higher. Got a nice inefficiency right there with some good liquidity above it, and then that buy side line that I just drew in there. So I think all of this is just kind of posturing to go long as the day moves on, which means there's going to, and I guess saying that, we go back to the ES. We've just swept these highs on Monday or Sunday, Friday. No, I'm sorry. One of those days. So Friday, we swept those highs at the end of the day. And then we stabilized. Monday was a very, very slow day of trading, especially after market open, and then a dump overnight tonight. So maybe we see a slight continuation if the dollar continues to kind of grind, and we uh, get in a little bit closer. We'll watch the structure until market open. I think market open is going to be a really good time to take a trade. I think as the day goes on, we're going to get choppy closer to those meeting minutes. So I think market open is going to be the right time. But I think we are going to continue down for the most part right now. Just judging by what this guy's doing, where it's at, and then the minutes coming out later on. And that's really the only news. I know it says we got OPEC all day. So I've actually been doing pretty well at market open. I think that's where I'm going to keep my sights at. Uh, just try and not jump in with a setup unless it's like a perfect setup before 8:30 in the morning or 9:30 Eastern. Just because I've been doing pretty good, consistent, and I don't know. I think it's just I've always liked trades where you kind of I read them and then they jump in and they're one way or the other, and I'm either right or I'm wrong immediately, and I've been able to realize if the candles go sideways for a couple of minutes, then I'm probably wrong, and I've been getting out for some slight small losses instead of taking full losses lately, which it's very hard to do, but I think that that's kind of like the new I don't know transition in my trading where I'm able to cut trades when they're wrong. So let's say right in this area right here, I wanted to take a long, come down to the Monday low and it rejects, and I wanted to take a long here. And you see how price just kind of goes sideways after that. Like when I'm trading and I'm jumping in right here, I want that immediate. But I mean, I know everybody does, but usually in my trades, if I'm right, it gives me that immediate push. If I'm wrong, I get this consolidation. And I've been able to cut trades right in here lately um, for small losses, small wins, break evens, stuff like that. So my winning percentage, the gains that I'm making, are bigger than my losses. And I think that's a big difference for my trading right now that I've been able to see over the past, give or take a month. But I'm always at the charts. So, not in school right now. Yeah. And it's very hard though, because when you see a setup like this, I mean, that's kind of the beginning of a setup that I would probably be ready to take, even if you go into a 3-minute chart. You see, let's even 2-minute chart. There you go. So this is all day for me, right? Consolidation into a higher time frame point of interest. Look at that consolidation and then a break above. That's that's all day. I would have definitely gone long right here if I was up. I don't know. I mean, having not done any of the charting at 3 a.m., but down move into the Monday low. Look how well we just consolidated right there. I would have probably been all day somewhere in there, if not already in on that candle. Definitely in on that candle. And this is where I would have been questioning it, because this should have popped straight up. And I've been getting close to cutting it. So if I'm in up here, I'm probably cutting that trade right there. Look how long it's 2 minutes a piece. So that's about 10 or 15 minutes, 10 or 12 minutes right here that I've been in that trade. Should have already been in profit. So I'm probably taking it off. Or lately, mentally, I've been taking trades off. Not everyone, but quite a few. And then some of them do go higher to my target, but most have been doing that. So where did it go? I know it goes down. Yeah, see, that would have been horrific to have been holding through, right? So, but I think that's like the new evolution of my trading is being able to cut the trade during times like this, seeing that that's liquidity it's going to come get and getting out of break even somewhere in here. So, but Kyle, this is where you went short, which is a great short. Because once we don't break and hold back above here and continue back to the median, then yeah, we're probably going lower. Especially after this one was broken and then immediately rejected. Yeah. In hindsight, it's easy to see that, but probably could have got in somewhere right in there. Nice. Yeah. That time change, and you were over there for quite some time. So that time change is horrific. Well, welcome back. I know you had a blast. Yeah, he graduated from high school and then immediately got on a plane and flew to Europe. Spent 5 weeks. Trying his best not to be a tourist. But trading well while he was over there too, by the way. Now, did you like the fact that it was midday or later when you could trade? You know, it was like early afternoon or something when the markets actually opened up live. Or would you rather it be first thing in the morning? Like, did you when you were in Europe, you know, you were taking trades at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon there. Do you like it better trading 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning? I mean, in the afternoon there, or do you like it better in the morning here? That was something that I struggled with when I went to Spain last year. Was actually um, getting on in the markets in the middle of the day. Like it was just weird. Like the markets opened up at, you know, it's 8:30 Central Time when markets open up here in Tennessee, but it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Spain, 3:30. So that was or 2:30 in the afternoon. So that was one of the hardest things. It's like you stop everything what you're doing in the middle of the day to pull your charts up. So did you like it being able to wake up and do whatever you wanted to before the markets opened over there for a few hours, or would you rather get it done in the morning and then have the rest of the day? I got you. Yeah, I can see that. And honestly, if that's all you're doing, then You can see it being a little bit better. I'm a morning guy though. 5 p.m. is way better than 11:30 at night. I can see that for sure. And yeah, Freddie did get to trade the London Open as at London Open there. Yeah. Yeah. I struggled though. I struggled with it because I guess because the routine for me has always been wake up as early as possible and it's quiet and nothing happening and nobody's really stirring around period to being over there and it's like just after lunch. Get another rejection from this area right here, which would have been that structure. Oh yeah. Pretty close to it. Definitely hit the bottom of it for sure. Let's go 15 minutes on it. Yeah. Let's try and make it profitable, man. Be careful. Sorry I was running behind today. We'll be live tomorrow. Yeah, again, I think this continues to trickle, and I think the dollar continues to climb. I think that's really going to be the forecast for the morning time until 2 p.m. today. 2 p.m. when FOMC meeting. Well, I say that. I think at market open, I think the markets give a little pop and then give it all back during the day, maybe run a little sideways. And then depending on the meeting minutes, if the meeting minutes give a hint as to they're going to pause those interest rates, then we'll recover. Um, whatever we've already given back in the market by that time. If they decide to raise them quarter, then obviously we'll start pricing in that quarter before the end of the month. This could be a bad July if that's the case. So maybe we'll pause again, and I can see them. I can see them. Keeping a pause on it this month, and then next month, going into the school year, going into everything else, that's when they'll raise it. Kyle, man, what it's like? What is it like? What do you feel like right now? Not having to get ready for high school over the next 30 days. Are you going to college? Are you? I thought the summer before my freshman year of college was the weirdest summer because you always have you for the entirety of your life what it felt like you were getting ready for the next school year, and then even though college was starting, it started way later than the school year, and that summer was just a weird, like, it was a fun summer obviously, but it was different because it was not like you were having to get ready for high school. You were getting ready for, like, it felt like a job, but like in a good way. Nice. What are you going to be? What are you going to do? Where are you going? If you don't mind me asking all those questions. So is that the Duke in North Carolina that I absolutely love? Okay, never mind. it's is it in Virginia? Oh, wait a minute. Duke University in Durham. Is that really where you're going, Duke University? Man, sweet. So I'm a huge Duke fan. I toured the college and campus. My wife took me there. My favorite movie is Bull Durham, not because of Duke, but just because it's like my favorite movie of all time. Oh yeah, super expensive, but yeah, I don't know if I've ever told the story of it, but the reason I became a Duke fan in the early '90s, like nine, I think it was actually '89. I was 9 years old. Um, my brother was a North Carolina Tar Heel fan, and their biggest rivalry, biggest rivalry is um, North Carolina. So that's the reason I became a Duke fan, and I've been one for almost over 30 years. So yeah, that campus is absolutely gorgeous. I did not want to leave. Absolutely gorgeous. It's away from the city. It's like in the little wooded area, and it's all rock faces and almost gothic looking. It's just super cool. Congratulations. Maybe I'll find a reason to come out there and meet up with you. I'll buy some basketball tickets or something like that, and I'll tell the wife I'll be back in a couple of days. It's about an 8.5 hour trip, but well worth it. Well, I think I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna try and get a walk in and then come back and be ready for market open. Um, I'll be around the markets obviously all day today. I don't think I'm gonna go live, um, but I might be live tomorrow during the news after we get off here. If I can get back in time, I might do a live before during the non-farm payroll and unemployment claims, which is 7:30 and stuff. So we'll see. I'll make that announcement tomorrow morning. But I'll be here at 5 for sure. So y'all be good. Be careful today, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.